Our story begins on a dusty road near the ancient city of Jericho. Here, the prophet Elisha makes his journey unaware of the challenge that awaits him.
Go up, you bald head. Go up, you bald head. Yeah, go on. What are you waiting for?
A group of young men mock Elisha, focusing on his baldness in a deeply disrespectful manner. Elisha, provoked by their relentless taunts, turns to face his tormentors.
May the Lord curse you.
He pronounces a curse upon them in the name of the Lord. Suddenly, two she-bears emerge from the woods. The bears attack the young men, resulting in a tragic and violent encounter. Now we transition to a modern setting. Professor Armstrong addresses his students, beginning to contextualize this difficult passage.
The story of Elisha's curse raises complex questions. How do we reconcile this act of apparent divine wrath with the God of love we understand today?
It seems so disproportionate. Is this justified retaliation? A student voices the central question. Was Elisha's reaction and God's response a justified act of retaliation?
In the Old Testament, God's actions often served to establish his authority and protect his prophets. Consider the cultural context. Respect for elders and those in positions of spiritual authority was paramount.
The Old Testament operated under different covenants and societal norms. Divine justice was often swift and direct, acting as a deterrent and affirming God's sovereignty.
However, the New Testament introduces a new paradigm: grace, forgiveness, and redemptive love.
Professor Armstrong highlights the shift in focus brought about by the New Testament. Jesus' teachings emphasize forgiveness, turning the other cheek, and loving one's enemies. So, are you saying the Old Testament is irrelevant? Another student poses a critical question regarding the continued relevance of the Old Testament.
Not at all. The Old Testament provides context. It reveals the progression of God's relationship with humanity. We learn from both testaments.
How does this apply to modern ethics? Does this justify revenge? Anna seeks to retaliate against a colleague who wronged her. I'll show him. He won't get away with this. I just feel so angry and hurt. I want him to feel the same pain I feel. Retaliation might offer temporary satisfaction, but it rarely brings lasting peace. Have you considered forgiveness?
The Elisha story isn't an endorsement of personal vengeance. It's a complex narrative reflecting a specific time and covenant.
Christian ethics calls us to a higher standard, to forgive, to show compassion, and to seek reconciliation. Instead of seeking revenge, we are called to respond to injustice with love and service.
So when faced with anger and the desire for